The society is a group of students who want to be themselves amongst friends.
It's a group of people who think differently.
The goal and aim of this society is to bring together people who would consider themselves to be a bit different from the ordinary. We want them to be able to relax and show their true colours, and we want to bring out their differences because we believe that strength lies in differences.
Openness, honesty, intriguing, interesting, thought-provoking, warmth.
I was talking to Kat Hughes, who was the Autism Friendly coordinator at the time, and she mentioned that it would be nice if there was a student voice along with it. It kind of stuck with me, and a couple of years passed and I was like, it doesn't look like that's going to happen, and I want it to happen. So if not me, then who? And if not now, then when?
On Societies Day, I went around and had a look at all the different societies. This one seemed interesting. I've long thought that my mind doesn't work the same way as other people's minds.
College is probably like when you're at least in my case, it could be a harrowing experience. You do need some sort of safe space, a place where you can just be yourself, because you get the feeling you kind of just have to hide yourself in a way.
I think this society has had a very positive impact on my college life. I never really had a time when I felt terribly lonely throughout the year, because there was always a group there that I could participate in and that would be able to, I could have a conversation with at any time.
It's a safe space where you can just have like-minded people, where you can join and you can feel safer than any other part of the college.
The level of awareness of students who are neurodivergent has fundamentally changed. So for years and years, we used to roll out publications of our first year students and indeed ongoing students without ever thinking that anybody might have seen them through different eyes or thought about them differently or read them differently, and we just threw them out and never asked any questions. Since the Neurodivergent Society has been founded, and with the help of incredible cooperation between the society and staff, we realised, if there isn't one way of seeing the world, there are several ways of seeing the world. So I think DCU fundamentally has changed the way it goes about its business, and really sees the world through a variety of eyes now, which makes it a much, much richer place to be.
I'm very ambitious, so as a result, the society is very ambitious. I'd like a campaign week in April 2021 with information for students, the general population to even come into DCU to hear speakers talk about the different types of neurodivergency, and not only the supports and the symptoms, but things that people wouldn't expect, like the traits as opposed to the symptoms. Number 2, I want to produce a book, an anthology of works by neurodivergent people, including illustrations and stories and even like non-fiction pieces. Number 3, I want other colleges to have neurodivergent societies.
If you feel any way different, like you're just different from other people and how you react to the world, I feel like you could find something in us.
You can take part as little or as often as you want, and we won't put any pressure on you to show up. I find that it's very stimulating to be in the company of people who think outside the box.
My first committee meeting, I walked into a room which was probably one of the most friendly rooms I've ever walked into in terms of the colours, the way things were organised. The chairperson of the society had about 10 different colour post-its and pens sitting in front of her with complete organisation in terms of how the meeting was going to run and what these props to me were going to be used for. And I was just fascinated to see, okay, what is she actually going to do with these post-its and these different colours and these different pens? So we went through the meeting and everyone had a function. And at the end, we all got a little post-it with our list of to-dos. And I really, really, really remember fondly thinking, that is organisation at its best.
It's orientation week in DCU, and over 100 clubs and societies have set out their stall, including Europe's first Neurodivergent Society with founding member Kathy at the helm. Today, society members meet DCU President Brian McCrath to discuss how the college can support neurodivergent students.
But I think there's still this dissonance between where we think we are, where we need to be, and how we get there.
I think here at DCU we're setting a brilliant example, one I hope which many universities follow. This is history in the making.